YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel, bringing you a very important video that's going to impact Canadia's economy. This was sent to me yesterday. I didn't have time to read it. I'm really sorry. And it is on the table. So let's look at it. Donald Trump announces a 20% tariff on Canadian softwood lumber. Guys, this is not good. This is really not good because I live in Merritt and softwood lumber is one of our major exports. I spoke to several people that do work for one of the major companies, and they told me that they've not really affecting them because a majority of the wood that they lumber or cut or harvest or whatever you want to call it, cut down, is being exported to China anyway. So it's not that big of a problem. President Donald Trump told reporters to expect a 20% tariff on softwood lumber going into the U.S. from Canada. Speaking with members of the U.S. conservative media, he said, we're going to be putting a 20% tax on softwood lumber coming in. Tariff on softwood coming into the United States from Canada, according to Charlie Spearing of Breitbart Media. Good old Charlie. Trump told reporters that Canada has treated us very unfairly and also threatened a tax on Canada's dairy industry, according to Trey Ying of Onan. U.S. Trade Secretary Wilbur Ross confirmed that the number while speaking with Reuters on Monday evening. He said that the duties will affect $5 billion worth of softwood lumber imports from Canada. It's about 31.5% of total U.S. market, so it's a pretty big deal in terms of Canadian relationship, he said. This is going to affect them worse. It's a double-edged sword. This is like robbing Peter to pay back Paul. And Peter's Paul's brother. What's the point? You know what I'm trying? And they live in the same house and they share the same room. And they buy the same food. What's the point? Robbing Peter to pay back Paul. I don't get it. Let's continue here. It's focusing in a Commerce Department fact sheet on pending announcements seen by Reuters. Shows that the West Fraser Mills will pay the duty. So this goes on to show what duties are paying for who. All other Canadian producers face 19.88% duty, according to the document. So it's on the table right now, and you can see it here by his hand. All other Canadian producers, okay, I got that. Jim Carr, Minister of Natural Resources of Chrystia Freeland, Minister of Foreign Affairs, expressed their disappointment with the announcement in a joint statement to Global News Monday evening, noting how the decision by Trump administration will affect people on both sides of the border. This decision will negatively affect workers on both sides of the border and will ultimately increase costs of American families who want to build and renovate homes. The statement read, the U.S. National Association of Home Builders has calculated that the $1,000 increase in the cost of new house would put some ownership beyond reach more than 150,000 American families and jeopardize thousands of jobs in American home construction industry. They also pointed to how Canadian government has come out ahead in the softwood lumber rulings in the past. The government of Canada will vigorously defend the interests of the Canadian softwood lumber industry, including through litigation and ruling since 1983, international tribunals have disapproved the unfounded subsidy and injury allegations from the U.S. industry. We have prevailed in the past and will do so again. I hope they do so again. And in all fairness, I want to know, I'm going to leave a link below to this article. This is somewhat a bit of a long article. I just want to put in my 1 cent in, and I just want to say basically that this is a really bad deal for the United States, just in general. It's really bad. I know where Trump's coming from. He wants to save the sovereignty of his country. He wants America great again. I get it. I would love to make Canada great again too. But Canada is your brother to the north. Canada, I mean, we have the same official language, the same official religion, the same official... There's a lot of things we have in common with the United States, you know what I'm saying? And not being on the same page with them might be a bigger problem down the road. I just say Canada finds out what the major import into the U.S. is from Canada, and then tax them to 30% on that to make up on the lumber, and the government could subsidize some of the money back to the lumber industry. Let me know what you guys think. This is a really bad decision. Comment below, and thanks for watching.